Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Josie's Point of View, where we focus on human interest stories from the Carolinas and beyond. Today's Monday and it's December the 12th, 2022. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, I'd like to extend to you a warm welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you find the information here to be informative. And if you're a returning viewer, by all means, thank you for coming back. You know, I always say the tide changes so frequently here on these YouTube streets. So you always have to acknowledge where your support comes from. And I want you to know, I sincerely thank you for your support. Feel free to like and to share this video. And don't forget to subscribe. And our story today takes us to Fort Bragg here in North Carolina. Take a look at the headline. And it reads, human remains found on Fort Bragg has been identified. I'll provide you with a summary here, and as always, I'll place links to a few of the full articles in the description box. Well, this is a follow-up to a story I shared with you last month, and at that time, it was reported that human remains were found on Fort Bragg, and the discovery was made during a routine patrol at one of the raid sites. It was mentioned that specifics were not released, and I shared with you that a follow-on video would be provided when more information was made available to the public. So now that more specifics have been released by authorities, we are able to present you with a more accurate story, as well as the identity of the victim and the conclusion made by Fort Bragg investigators. So let's go back to the beginning. It was a few days before Thanksgiving when Fort Bragg police reported human remains were found in a burned-out vehicle in a range area on the base. The car was discovered on November the 21st in a location identified as Range 24 on a section of the road that is accessible to the public. Burned human remains were found inside the vehicle. And now that the investigation is completed, investigators are now saying they believe the incident was the result of a traffic accident. It is believed that the automobile struck an embankment and caught fire sometime on the previous evening before the vehicle was discovered. Unfortunately, the driver of the vehicle died in that accident, and his burned remains were discovered on the scene. The deceased was identified as 70-year-old Ronald E. Farrell, a resident of Fayetteville. I did have an opportunity to review his obituary, and it revealed that Mr. Farrell served in the North Carolina Army National Guard from 1975 and served an 8-year term, achieved the rank of sergeant, and an honorable discharge in 1983. Now, there was a memorial service held for Sergeant Farrell, and it was held last Friday, December the 9th, at the Lafayette Funeral Home here in Fayetteville, followed by his burial at the Lafayette Park Cemetery, which is also located in the city. Now, there was a misconception that two bodies were found on Fort Bragg. Well, that was not the case. It was only one, and I am so happy to know he was properly identified and returned to his family for his final tribute. I saw a lot of senseless comments questioning why he was on the base, but the point everybody seems to be missing is that he was in a location that was accessible to civilians, and we can stop all the conspiracies. He was simply driving in his car, and he had a bad accident, and it appears no one else was around, so they found his body the following day. People try to read too much into things, and for me, until CID says otherwise, the conclusion is that the death of Sergeant Farrell was simply the result of a terrible accident. And so we pay tribute to a fellow veteran who has served his country, and he did so honorably. So Sergeant Ronald Anthony Farrell, your mission is finally complete. So rest well, my friend, and thank you for your service. And that's all I have for you right now. Feel free to leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this video. And by all means, feel free to like it and to share it. And if you haven't done so already, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel by clicking on that right subscribe button. It's on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And if you click on the bell that looks just like this one, that's a notification bell. If you click on that notification bell, you'll be the first to know whenever a new video is uploaded. I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.